Okay, this is the P2 Arcade 8-in-1 project. 8 individual cabinets, all running off one multi-core microcontroller, the Parallax P2. This is the nice form factor, it's called the P2 Edge, and we've got a breakout board here with 8 connectors to go to each of the 8 cabs. The connector is just a Cat5 cable, 2 cores for power, 2 cores for video, 2 cores for audio, and 2 cores for input output. We're running an 8080 emulator on each cog of the multi-core microcontroller. Each cog is generating video, audio, handling the 8080 emulator, the game logic, and of course the input output. We can choose any one of the options that is here. Let's go for Space Invaders Part 2, and this is running the original arcade ROM, so it's an Intel 8080 emulator. What's interesting is that we can have either the same game or a separate game on each. Let's choose Space Invaders Part 2 again. Let's go for Looping 3. We've also got some 2-player games. We've got Light Cycle and the Tank Game. The Tank Game takes you into the game lobby. It's now waiting for 2 players, so let's choose the game lobby on this one. Let's choose the Tank Game. So there's now 2 players in the game. Let's press fire. Both get to start. There you go. At any point in the proceedings, we can go back to the menu system by moving the joystick down and right and holding the fire button. That takes us back to the menu, and if you can see, we're currently running on cog 0, so it's cog 0 through cog 7, and we can, by going on the right direction, we can see what the other player is playing. So if you can see there, we can see what cog 1 is playing. If I just pan it out a little bit more, you'll see that cog 2, and we can go through each player to see what they're playing. High scores are common across all cabinets. They're obviously stored in the main microcontroller, which means you can set up a player tournament, say Space Invaders, whoever gets the highest score is reflected on all of the cabs. Left arrow takes you back to the main menu, and any game. We'll go back to the main menu, down right and hold fire. There you go. Each cabinet is laser cut out of 3mm birch plywood. We've got vinyl prints on the sides, we've got a light up marquee, and even the screen, we can pull it out, we can rotate it through 90 degrees so we can play either portrait games like Space Invaders or landscape games.